What's going on, folks? Elijah here. Cool Friday night in big old Los Angeles, Mega City 2, I like to call it. On my way home from the job. Even though I only worked 3 days this week, it was quite the busy week at the job, and man, let me tell you, I'm glad them 3 days of working is over. But got a lot done. Got a lot more to do next week. But right now, we got the weekend to rest. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I figure I might as well do me a vlog today. Because I won't be riding tomorrow in the rain. I know some people do, but in California, it's kind of pointless. I'll just wait a couple days or a day, whatever, and you can go riding without it being rainy. I gotta go somewhere, which I don't. I'll take my bicycle or grab an Uber. If you could even get an Uber these days. It's been kind of difficult. But man, it's been quite the week. Presidential election that happened, I took the day of and after off, and I'm glad I did because, man, I really went through a lot of emotions on those 2 days especially, and boy, I didn't sleep good. A lot of drinking. I don't really drink liquor, but I was drinking I had me some Cavassier, I know that. But things have turned after intense ballot counting in Joe Biden's favor. And I feel hopeful. And I think I was feeling pretty down Tuesday night, so I went outside and smoked half of the victory cigar that I had gotten as basically a sulking loser cigar. And while I was doing so, a white cat crossed my path, and I was relieved all of a sudden. So I don't know if it was the nicotine. You know, I'm not religious, but hey, I'll take some superstition when I can get it. So I figure if a black cat crossing my path is bad luck, a white cat crossing my path has to be good luck. And that was good luck for Joe Biden. Now, I'm not one to count my chickens for the hatch, so I'm going to do like Joe Biden says and remain patient while every vote is counted. But of course, many of my Democrat friends are not waiting 1 minute to let off some stuff they've been holding in for a long time. Letting off some steam. So, at least for Democrats, things, at least as far as the presidential election, look good. While the government will still be pretty dividedly split and unmovable, at least we won't have Trump in office, right? I mean, even though he's claiming fraud and all that crap. But man, what a close election it is. We're all just not used to, we're so used to instant gratification and knowing the night of here in the United States that this waiting it just ain't sitting well with anybody. Everybody's just antsy and intensely anxious to find out who the president will be January 20th, 2021, including myself. So definitely glad I'm on antidepressants these days. I probably wouldn't be able to come in all week. That said, today I'm going to talk about getting ready to leave this world. Going on to the great by and by, as is often said by southern black folks. You know, my last surviving uncle on my dad's side passed away early Tuesday morning. Apparently he had pneumonia and went to the hospital near where he lives at, and they were full because of COVID-19, and they're having the second surge there in Michigan. So they wanted him to go to a hospital where I'm from, Michigan, a little further away, but they do have state-of-the-art medical facilities. But he refused to do that. And of course, he passed away from pneumonia. And of course, because he didn't have his affairs in order, and because he didn't take care of his kids or see them when he was alive, they didn't even want to sign off on his death certificate. So my aunts, uncles, sisters there, my dad, we all had to raise money to get his butt buried, which, I ain't gonna lie, at least I didn't say that to my aunts, but my cousins, I was like, man, y'all just cremate, let the state cremate them. Like, oh, but we don't get the ashes. It's like, but I'm atheist, so everybody else is religious in my family, so, I gotta respect people's burial principles, but, we all gotta be ready, even if you're an atheist like me, to one day leave this world. Because this little saying I seen I love is, for every man born of heaven, the earth makes a grave. So, no matter who you are, what walk of life you are, or how good or bad your life is, coming in or going out, everyone you know, and pretty much everyone you ever heard of, unless you believe in some of the mythologies out there, who was born here on earth, has also died on this mug. And, I was just looking at the average cost of a funeral here, and like out here in California, it's like $7,000. But I mean, even in Michigan, it can be up, from anywhere from $1,000 to $9,000 to bury your butt, depending on the services you got. And that's why I say it's important to be prepared for things like as soon as I got a job that offered life insurance benefits, I went ahead and got it, and I bought it. I think before they used to have a couple life insurance. I got as much as I can afford, even in my 20s, because I don't want to die. We see what happens to black men here in this country, and before I rode a motorcycle or anything like that, but if I die or whatever, COVID or something or whatever, or however, cancer or whatever happens, accident in the road, a car accident, bicycle accident, I want my family to not have to worry about how they're going to afford to bury my booty. Because I don't want them to be, for the record, guys, don't bury me. It's cost too much money. If you can, save that money and let the state take me. All I ask is that you turn me before you burn me. And just, if they keep the ashes, oh well, man. Don't be walking around holding my ashes in the urn. It's crazy. Throw that shit away. I'm dead. I'm gone. I'm not going to care what you do with the ashes. And you shouldn't either. But I don't want my family to have to worry about how they're going to pay to bury me when I'm gone. Because obviously I won't be able to worry about it then. And, Uncle Leon, we love him. But dang, man. Now we got to take care of taking care of you at the worst possible time. And it's just, nobody can choose when to die, but we can choose to try to be prepared for when we do. So, especially if you're riding a motorcycle, make sure you got your life insurance paid up. So, you ride around, some of us ride around on, $30,000 motorcycles, but don't have any life insurance. It's like, come on, dog, we got to get our priorities straight, y'all. So, if your job offers any life insurance, get it. Because, even if it's 10 G's, $10,000, that still should be enough to pay for your burial and maybe pay off some of your debts so that your family isn't left burdened by that madness while they're in mourning of the loss of your life. And you'll be doing your loved ones a favor, and we won't be having to take a collection to bury your butt, because you'll be surprised when you die, no matter who you are, whether you're liked or hated, the fact that cats ain't really gonna step up to pay for your funeral, dog. So that's why you want to make sure you got some type of plan in place and something to leave to your family, so they don't have to worry about that when the time comes, man. Dealing with the death of family members is already hard enough, you know, not without having to deal with the finances of it as well. You know, it's just burdensome, and we don't want to leave our loved ones burdened when we're gone. We want to leave them with a less of a burden. We want to lift their burden, because our burden has been lifted, and we've gone on to the great by and by in the sky, or wherever you believe in. You believe in nothing. Back to the universe, as I like to say, from whence we came. So, you know, rest in peace, Uncle Leon. He was always cool to me when I spoke to him. You know, so I ain't gonna say anything bad about him. But I just wish, you know, that, you know, it didn't come at such a time when, you know, everybody's strapped for cash, and, you know, luckily our family's pretty blessed, so I think hopefully we'll be able to raise the money without having to reach out to others to get his body and get him buried, and just, you know, put him to rest and end the drama, you know. Hope Joe Biden pulls through. It's looking more and more like he will. It's probably going to be a recount in Georgia and probably maybe a couple other states as well. So looking forward to that. You know, looks like the I Ching was right. We just can't lose the faith just because we want to, guys. That's all for today, guys. Please be safe out there this weekend. Wear your mask. COVID ain't over yet. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Elijah out.